Listen to that glorious music. Earlier today, more than 120 Republicans sent a letter to Reince Priebus urging the RNC to drop their support of Donald Trump's candidacy. It's the latest development of the Never Trump movement. Some forces now rallying in part around perhaps our next president of the United States, Evan McMullin. He's a former CIA official and GOP advisor who's launched an independent presidential bid. Evan McMullin joins me now. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. We've had a great week. It's hard to believe we've only been in this for a week, but it's been a phenomenal
I love how all presidential candidates, new and seasoned, use the royal we. So you're out there struggling to get on ballots. How many ballots have you gotten on so far?
Yeah, we're not struggling. In the first few days, we got on to Colorado's. We just got on to Utah.
That's one. That's two.
Yes, that's right, in only a week. And the Independence Party of Minnesota has also nominated me, so we're on our way there. We're also very close in Iowa and a number of other states.
Almost to 10%.
We're moving very quickly, absolutely.
You're running out of time.
Well, we've still got 2.5 months, and we're adding states quickly.
Okay. So the Never Trump movement has been struggling to find someone to go up against Donald Trump. This is the strangest presidential election cycle anyone that I've talked to has ever seen.
Indeed.
I mean, you've got two candidates with enormous unfavorable ratings.
That's true.
High untrustworthiness numbers.
That's right.
And, you know, you are a Mormon kid, went to BYU, Wharton School of Business, where I'm guessing you got your MBA.
Yep.
And here you are, spent 10 years in the CIA.
Indeed.
You've worked for the GOP, and now you want to be the president. You said something that's very interesting to me. You want to get government out of the way, which, as a libertarian, that is music to my ears.
Wonderful.
My question to you, Evan, is why should I vote for you, an unknown quantity, when I could just vote for the libertarian candidate who's polling very well in Utah?
Well, the interesting thing about Gary Johnson is that I don't think he understands religious liberty that well. That was one of the founding concepts of this nation, and it's very important in Utah.
Then why is he polling within a point of Hillary Clinton in Utah and to Donald Trump?
He's suffered, actually, recently as a result of these comments, and that was before I even entered the race. Now I'm in it. Now we're going to make the case to the people of Utah, and we intend to prevail. I think he's the religious liberty thing for a libertarian, and certainly for a candidate in Utah, is very important. And it is for so many other people in this country. Simply any presidential candidate in the United States should understand religious liberty and its importance. Yeah.
Why do you hate Donald Trump so much?
Well, I wouldn't use the word hate, but
do you despise him as much as you love freedom?
Yes, that is true.
How much do you love freedom?
I love freedom more than I love myself, more than I love my life.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think Donald Trump is a true threat to our democracy. I think he's horrible. He's dividing our country along religious lines, racial lines.
Why has it gotten this far, do you think?
Well, he got this far for a number of reasons. Number one, I think he misrepresented who he was, and he took advantage of a lot of people's struggles. He exploited people's struggles. He then combined them with people's darkest prejudices, which he brought to light, and their deepest fears, again, which he brought to light. He tried to make those bigger and fuel those flames. And so he did that. Also, in the primary, on the Republican side, it was very fragmented. There were a lot of candidates. There were 16 or 17 candidates. And so all of the opposition to Trump was spread out over all of the candidates, and he was able to galvanize the smaller minority percentage that supported him and gain momentum that way. But
that's how you win races. I mean, look at the people that he dispatched. Senators, governors, a neurosurgeon, titans of industry. These people who have impressive resumes in the public and private sector.
A lot of them who are really regretting their decision because it's pretty embarrassing.
But why should someone vote for you?
Because I'm the
when none of those people could prevail.
Well, I'm the only one who I'm the only one in this race now, and maybe even then, who has direct experience fighting terrorism. I'm the only one. Yeah. This is one of the biggest challenges we face in this country. I'm the only one who's done it and knows from day one how to deal with this threat we face. The other thing I would say is...
Would you abolish the Fed?
I wouldn't abolish the Fed. I'm not there. But the other thing I would say is that we need some government reform.
Would you abolish the Department of Education?
No, but I would decrease the size of the federal government, which is what I want to share with you, especially as a libertarian. There's too much power in Washington. That's why we're so...
Would you cut entitlements?
I would reform entitlements. They need to be reformed because we're spending too much, our debt's too huge, our deficits are too large. We need to shrink the size of the federal government, push power back to the people. That's how we can all get along, where government...
How do you do that? How do you service the debt?
How do you service the debt? Well, first you reform entitlements, you cut the size of the federal government, you push power back to the states. Those are key things.
Specifically.
Also, you need key economic growth policies that will allow the economy to grow and allow us all to have more resources, most importantly individuals, families, but also that allows the government to pay down some of its debt as well. Right now we're in the way of business with regulations and a
too much regulation, too much spending. The taxes are too high.
A tax code that's 30 years old.
Yeah.
It's time for us to lower that.
Oh my gosh, it's on its way to a midlife crisis.
Indeed, yes, that's right. Maybe that'd be a good thing for it.
Evan, are you going to be the next president of the United States?
We are in this to win this, and it's late, but we didn't intend for this to be what would happen. We hope somebody else.
Who's your VP going to be?
We're talking to a range of people. We're not going to announce anybody this month.
Chris Christie?
No, clearly not going to be. If you've aligned with Trump, you're off the list.
All right, man. Thank you very much for coming by.
You.
Keep me posted. Let me know how it goes.
I would love to, candidate.
You sound very libertarian. I'm very torn at this point, Evan.
Yeah, okay,
very torn.
Good. You should be, because I think I'm with you on most things.
All right. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it.
Thank you.